We've all heard and we all know that social media, like YouTube, is not real life. And everyone knows that the cruising life and living on a sailboat full-time, as shown on most YouTube videos, is really not as glamorous as portrayed. This video is not meant to state the obvious, which you all know, but it's from a YouTube video channel creator who has lived on a sailboat and has cruised a portion of the East Coast of the United States. So for those who are an average person that's looking to live on a boat, on their own boat, full-time and work on the boat, are these channels actually realistic or are they just entertainment? Are they a show or are they real? What's it really like for the average person who wants to buy their own sailboat, live on the boat full-time and work from the boat? And is it possible to earn a living from YouTube? What's it really like? From all that I have seen and read, most people watching have no idea what it's actually like really living on a sailboat, and particularly in which ways it is different from what is portrayed on social media. For instance, let's talk about going aground. Going aground is sort of a rite of passage for sailors. It's very common. In fact, there's a classic saying that all sailors know is really true. Only 2 sailors never ran aground. One never left port and the other was an atrocious liar. So it's true, going aground is a very common experience for cruisers. But where you go aground can make all the difference in the world. For instance, in our situation, we ran aground in a certain location here in North Carolina. But not too far away, someone else ran aground right in Florida. Watch this clip to see how a very similar grounding had a completely different outcome. In our case, we were pulled off quickly, but in their case, look at the difference.
Today, a shipwreck off Sand Dollar Island. But just 2 weeks ago, it was Paul and Claudia Van Gill's fantasy come to life. The couple using the weekend of December 5th to take the boat out for a test run, prepping for their trip to the Baltic Sea in the spring. All was well until Tuesday of last week, around midnight, when winds picked up and waves reached 5 to 7 feet high.
All of a sudden, our primary steering failed. We still had a backup steering, and we still had our engine. Everything was still working.
But to be safe, the couple called Towboat US for help, the company sending 2 employees out with a towboat.
They quickly lost control of our boat and put us aground, and then they sank their boat because we were aground.
The towboat capsizing.
Within 3 seconds, they were in the water, and I had to rescue them.
Those employees swimming to shore. The Van Gills and their dog Polar taking a dinghy home. The next morning,
take all your best stuff that you own and have, your clothes, pots and pans and everything, tools, technical boat stuff, and to see it all over the beach once you have it all and it blows out of your boat.
Today, as the family gathers up the funds to repurchase those things and pay a salvage company to remove the sailboat.
The towboat company is actually trying to sue us. They're trying to do some legal gymnastics and they're trying to sue us for causing the problem.
Another bill he can't afford to pay.
Very big kick in the gut while you're down.
Van Gill says he doesn't know what's next for his family. What he does know, he's grateful to be alive. Towboat US did not respond to our multiple attempts for an interview.
For Paul Van Gills, his wife, and their dog, the dream was to travel the world in this sailboat. Now it's a total loss. Still here today, reminding them of the night that scarred them for life.
It was traumatic. It's very traumatic.
My point, all sailboats run aground eventually. But the issue is where the sailboat runs aground can make all the difference in the world, as you've just seen. Well, if you've liked this little snippet, please stay tuned because I'll be making these. I'll be doing part 3, part 4 as kind of an ongoing series. Meanwhile, Amy and I are waiting for our sales to be delivered. We've been notified by Quantum Sales that they will be delivered probably within the week. So stay tuned and thanks for watching.